Welcome back, everyone. It is Sunday. It is time for another wonderful game review. So, today we're looking at Canucks versus Capitals, the only game for today. It's surprising because the only game for today is at 2 o'clock p.m., so my day is done pretty quickly. Canucks versus Capitals, as I said, it's the 100th meeting all time. In the last 10 games between these two teams, the Capitals have won 8 of them, so this was a Capitals' favorite game. The Capitals were wearing their alts as well, and it's been a big home struggle for the Caps lately. They have lost, I think, 4 out of their 5 last home games, and now it's 5 out of their last 6. It has not been a good time at home lately for this fledgling Capitals team. As for Vancouver, it's been a big struggle on this big road trip that they've had. They faced Tampa, they faced Florida, they faced Carolina, and teams are really giving them a run for their money, and it really has been hard. Their last game yesterday was a 4-1 loss to the Carolina Hurricanes. The Capitals are coming off of a 2-0 win against the New York Islanders in Long Island yesterday, so both teams are playing back-to-back. It's Samsonov versus Demko. These two, Vanacek played yesterday, Samsonov's back in. Demko played yesterday, and he's back in again tonight. John Carlson, out with COVID protocol. We found that out this morning, and that was a big hit to the Capitals' blue line. Justin Schultz had to move up to that top power play line. He looked solid. TJ Oshie was also out. Ovechkin, Orlov, and Hagelin did return, though, so they did get some good news. Garland was out. He got put on COVID protocol just an hour before the game started. And then Alex Chiasson, a former Washington Capital, was moved in. And, I mean, like I said, the Capitals have lost their last 2 outings at home. It's been rough for them lately, with Boston and the Devils coming in and taking wins from them. It's been rough at home, and this was another game of that. But the first period, you wouldn't even expect it. It was an all-caps period. There was a deflected Myers shot that was stopped by Samsonov, a Pearson chance that was denied. Now, one thing I've noticed with Tyler Myers is that we talked about him in our One Canucks video. I'll put that in the icon right up here. But the one thing I noticed is that Myers is good offensively, but he's an absolute liability defensively. Like, that's the one thing I've noticed watching this game. It was really a scrappy start for both teams. There was a couple shots, but apart from that, the first 5 to 10 minutes were really uneventful. Hathaway and Dowd's chances were stopped by Demko. There was a Protas shot that was stopped. Protas. Yeah, Alexei Protas. If you don't know who that player is, he's a defenseman for the Caps. There was a Miller chance that was denied, a Besser shot that was saved, and Demko went like 40 feet out of the net, and the Caps Lars Eller took advantage of that, but it didn't go in, and the play would have been offsides anyways. There was a penalty on Tyler Mott for delay of game. There was a lot of strange penalties in this game. It was a game of power play goals. Wilson's shot was denied by Demko. There was a Schultz shot that was denied. Schultz, as I said, coming up for that first power play with John Carlson in absence. He looked pretty solid. Ovechkin's drive was kicked away. There was a Backstrom chance that was then stopped. And then a power play goal. Alex Ovechkin, with his 26th of the year, he ties Leon Draisaitl for most goals in the league right now, with assists from Schultz and Kuznetsov to make it 1-0 Capitals. Shots were 9-8 Washington so far, so it was a pretty even game when you look at it. There was a McMichael blast that was stopped, a Schultz chance denied, a Mott shot that was denied. Tyler Mott for the Vancouver Canucks, really underrated. I'm sure some people who watch this video probably have no idea who Tyler Mott even is. Capitals fans who don't really look at the Canucks, because the Canucks are obviously like 3 time zones away. There was a Sprong shot that was denied, a Pearson shot that was denied. It was a big defensive game. And Protas, another one of those guys. Protas, he made a big defensive play on the Canucks. That probably would have tied up the game, and who knows where that game would have gone from there. There was a penalty on Nick Dowd for interference, and then that pretty much ended the first period. Shots were 14-11 Vancouver. So Vancouver did outplay them, but, I mean, the Capitals still played really solid. The Canucks obviously had a power play for 1:51, and then he finally breaks through. Elias Pettersson power play goal, his 7th of the year from Horvat and Hughes, makes it 1-1. This was a long time coming. Pettersson, he has struggled, and this was a long time coming. He needed a game like this. There was a quote-unquote fight with Burrows and Irwin. For a second, I thought it was Alex Burrows, but it was Kyle Burrows. They got 4-minute double minors for roughing. Wilson's chance was stopped. A Pettersson shot was denied, and then on the rebound, Pettersson picks up another goal, his 2nd of the night, his 8th of the year from OEL and Hoglander. OEL looked really good in this game, and that makes me feel happy as a former Coyote. Good old jerseys right there. Anyways, there was a Shen shot that was stopped. A Sprong breakaway was robbed by Demko. Demko was probably the best player for the Canucks in this whole game. He really carried them to this win. There was a Kuznetsov wraparound that was stopped. A Podkolzin chance that was denied. A Backstrom shot that was stopped. So obviously Demko and Samsonov were both kept busy. Shots were 22-16, Vancouver halfway. An Ovechkin shot was stopped by Demko. Ovechkin looked really good in this game. He had a lot of shots and a goal, notably. There was a Dow breakaway that was stopped, a Fehevari chance that was denied, a Besser shot stopped by Samsonov. Hughes was then denied, and then half away, he hits Oliver Ekman-Larsson and then knocks OEL's helmet off, so he obviously goes to the box for interference, and then the Canucks pick up on that, and Garnet half away, he's probably thinking like he's an idiot right now. Like when you kind of look at it, he really costed this team the game. There was a power play goal then, Bo Horvat, his 13th of the year from Miller and Hughes. It is 3-1 Canucks. And you're thinking, whoa, well, that's extreme. And that pretty much did it for the second period. Shots were 24-22 in favor of Vancouver. In the third period, there was an Ovechkin shot right away that was stopped by Demko. The Canucks defense was very effective. They did a lot of work in that third period to really keep it a 3-2 game, or else it probably would have gone in the Capitals' favor. And Demko played a big role in that. There was a penalty on Tanner Pearson for interference, and then Tom Wilson scores on the power play, his 11th of the year from Kuznetsov and Backstrom, and he cuts down the lead to 3-2. And you really thought, well, the Capitals could come up and tie it, but in my mind, I didn't think it. I knew this game was pretty much done. There was a Hagelin chance glove by Demko. Then Garnet Hathaway gets another penalty for elbowing. Very good kill by the Capitals in a game that was full of power play goals. There was a Meyer shot that was stopped. A Hoglander backhand was denied. A Fehevari shot was stopped by Demko's head. Fehevari, I'm probably butchering his name, but another notable guy there who was really good for the Capitals in this game. So I'm really impressed by him. There was an Ovechkin shot turned aside. A Mott shot was stopped by Samsonov. And then the Capitals get a very unlucky penalty for too many men, and that kind of killed their chances of winning this game. Shorthanded Eller shot, though, was stopped. Although they did kill off the penalty, that really cut off 2 minutes of the 4 minutes that were remaining at the time. So it was really just, they kind of gave up. There was a Shen shot that was flagged away by Samsonov. And then the Caps pulled their goalie, and then an empty net goal from JT Miller. His 12th of the year from Besser makes it 4-2. The Caps call a timeout, and that pretty much does nothing. Final score, 4-2 Vancouver. Shots were 33-32 in favor of the Canucks. It was really competitive, the game really even when you look at it. I think how I would rank the 3 stars of the game. First star, Demko, definitely. Second star, Pettersson. He needed those 2 goals because he's been struggling. And also Ovechkin, because Ovechkin looked really good in this game. You could also throw honorable mentions to Kuznetsov with his 2 assists, Protas, Samsonov. There was a couple of guys you could throw honorable mentions to there. As for their next games, Vancouver finishes up their road trip. Tuesday versus Nashville, looking to make it a 2-3 road trip, which, I mean, for a team that probably isn't going to make the playoffs, that's pretty solid. And then the Caps, they play against Winnipeg on Tuesday, looking to turn around their home record. So that'll do it for our Sunday game review. Thank you all for watching. For our Sports Elite, let me know your thoughts below about this game. This game was very enjoyable. Thank you all for watching, and I will see you guys in the next video. Adios.